Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and today I'm gonna be playing my Seablock game. What we were doing in the previous episode? In the previous episode I think we started producing aluminium ore here and cobalt ore right here. So now the question, should we focus on the cobalt path, like ingots, etc., or on aluminum? I think it would be... Oh, interesting, calcium chloride. This is really good. Crushed stone. So we can consume some slag for that. And we can also get calcium chloride that we are producing here as part of tungsten processing. That is interesting. Okay, I think we should maybe focus on aluminium. I want to say we want to focus on aluminium, but is this really the way? Oh, you know what? Let's do differently. Let's not do that just yet. Let's take a look at my planning spreadsheet, and we want to have this process with CUPRIC crystals. This is actually a little bit trickier. This is more difficult than the one that will have ferrous ore. Can I drag it? Can I like move it to the right? I don't think I can. What is this? Move right production line. This production line? Oh, we can reorder this. This is awesome. Right. So let's say we have this thing. Do we have the same one with ferrous? I probably don't. Right, let's do the following. Let's change the numbers. We'll change the numbers, we'll divide them by 2. So, what do we actually care about here? We care about this one. And instead of going for, what is it, 63? I don't know, should I really just divide it by 2? I think so. I think I have to. Let's make it 32. So that's 32. Here, instead of having 68 of gold, we'll go for 34. And here, instead of going for 137 silver, we'll go for, let's say like 70 or something. Yeah, 70. So now the numbers look significantly better. So we'll need to have just 2 belts of this ores. We'll need to basically have 2 belts on each side. We'll need to have 1 belt for this stuff. And the most important thing is that in total we need only 398. Well, experiment 398 divided by 75, that's 5.3 belts. So that means that it's actually relatively straightforward to load all of this into one station. Let's think. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 types of ores that we'll be producing. The gold one. I'm kind of. I'm thinking about placing all of this in one station, all of tin in another station, and this thing splitting basically silver in third station and this one in fourth station. Would that make any sense? I think it kind of does make some sense. Yeah, I think it does make some sense, and let's go there. Let's start doing something about that. And we'll need to build two of these blocks, so we'll have to have this thing here and the same kind of setup above. But I'm fine with that. I am fine with that, because otherwise we just could have some throughput issues. So first of all, we probably don't need this much stuff here. Let's see. What do we need? We need lubricant. Okay, this is CUPRIC powder that we are producing, and we actually want to smelt it a bit. So this is the first step that we care about, and we want to build it here. Let's focus on this. We want CUPRIC powder. We need this thing. Let's say we are speeding this up as much as we can, going for 30 or less around. We need only 2. Well, that's great. So we'll need 1 here and 1 here. In terms of inputs, we need 2. Well, we need 3 inputs in total. You know how I'm gonna do this? I am going to copy the setup for aluminium that we have here. Because this way we'll have 3 stations, it's gonna work fine. Let's just copy it like this. Yeah, I basically want to have like a complete copy of the thing. Let's make a copy. Do we have any names here? We don't have any names. Oh, we cannot even paste it there. Right, we can fix it like this. Paste the stuff right here. Now, the problem is that this, I hope it's disabled. This has got to be disabled. This is not even ores. Okay, let's just rename this thing somehow. How do I make sure that this thing is disabled? Wait. Like we might be having some issue. Where are our robots? Here, the robots. Okay, good. They're delivering the thing. So what do we want to have? We would like to have 2 of the ore crushers here, and they are going to be producing crushed CUPRIC mixture. 4 belts of that one. We do not want to sort it here. We don't want to be doing that. We want to convert it to this thing, CUPRIC powder. So that is our goal here. So I probably don't want this. No, I do. I thought for a moment that I could place beacons. What is happening? Right. We got to fix the situation. Let's remove this one. Remove this connections. Removing all of them. This has to be turned off. I'm surprised. Why was it not turned off? Okay, it got to be turned off. Just because if it's not turned off, then we have a problem. Right. What? Oh, this one as well. No, turn it off. No. We've got to be real careful about that. Right. Let's see. What do we have for this part? We need steatite, cretinium, and pabmonium. Let's do this. Let's say this one is gonna be steatite. Steatite is here. So this is steatite, except I forgot to set the limit to 100. This is steatite. This one is cretinium, crushed one. And the one below, this one is gonna be pabmonium. Let's double check again. Steatite, cretinium, pabmonium. Good. Now, we need to give these things proper name. This is the process for the ores. But how are we gonna call it? I think we are gonna call it... Oh, this is difficult. Right, let's call it like this. We will call this process CUPRIC mixture, CUPRIC powder, right. This thing, CUPRIC powder, this one, and this one. This is gonna be the name of this stuff. And here we are getting... I forgot what exactly we're getting here. It's okay. Let's take a look. This is... Let's see. For these inputs, the one that is closer to the block is called 1. So this is gonna be 2. This is input for the pabmonium. So this is pabmonium input 2. Let's do this. Pabmonium input 2. And this one is pabmonium input 1. Now, this one is all about steatite. So let's do this. This is steatite input 1. And here we have steatite input 2. In addition to that, we also have cretinium input. Right here. And that's basically it. Right, we have 12 this. Good. Let's change the filters. This is about pabmonium. Pabmonium. Lots of pabmonium. This one is about steatite. A lot of steatite. And this one is about cretinium. Cretinium. Lots of continuum. Good. Here, this part is actually gonna be quite different. Yes, this is gonna be quite different. Let's see what we need. We need 2 belts of this, 2 belts of this, 2 belts. We need 2 belts of everything, which means that here we'll need to drag things like that, and we will need to do something like this. If this is correct. Wait, but we want to have our crusher in the end. That's a bit interesting. How can we make sure it's gonna work properly? We have 31. If we change this to, let's say, 28, is this gonna be enough? About 24. Surprisingly, it's enough, so that's good. We want... Oh. This is really difficult. This is really difficult because we need to give it 6 inputs and we need to take 6 outputs. That doesn't leave that much room. We have 24. Okay, exactly 24. So, and that seems to be... Oh, this is gonna be enough. That is good, but it is a little bit concerning. Okay, that's gonna be the design. It kind of looks nice, actually. It looks nice. I like that. This is gonna be input. And this is gonna be input. So we'll have 6 inputs, and we'll have 6 outputs leading from there. Good. Now, if we remove this block completely, and copy this part, remove this one as well. We'll move this thing slightly up, like that. Let's try again. So we'll place this thing here, and we would like this part to give us this inputs. This part we want it to be about other inputs, and this is going to be about outputs. This one is also going to be about outputs, kinda. Now the real question is how, if we use the best or powderizer, the very best one, how many of this do we need? Okay, we need 6. That means that we need 3 below, and we need 3 above. So we have 2 belts feeding into each one. That's not that bad. Let's double check this again. Wait, 2 belts feeding into each one? I'm no longer sure about that. Wait, the output is not 6 belts. The output is 4 belts. Why did I say 6 belts? It's only 4 belts. Okay, if the output is only 4 belts. And we can make this part a little bit better. So the input is 6 belts, and I guess because it's not quite balanced. But let's remove this part. We would want to bring this one there. This one will go up and over there. Could actually bring it down a little bit so it looks nicer. I think we'll do that. I will make it look a tiny bit better by doing something like this. Moving this part. Can cut this whole thing and paste it right there, like this. Right. This one is delivering things like that. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel it might be better to do something along these lines. We probably want to have all of them kind of from the same side. Let's see. We'll need half of it. We'll need 3. I'm getting 300. 300. We can get them via 4 belts. No. I changed my mind. We'll keep it how it used to be, like 3 plus 3 belts. I think it's gonna look better. So we copy this thing, we paste it here, paste it here. We'll have 6 belts leading out of this, and they will be balanced between the 3 things we'll probably have. I don't know, I haven't really thought about it, but we'll have 3 blocks here, processing like with our powderizers. We can actually push it maybe to 24. No, we cannot push 24. 25. Not enough. Oh, that's not looking good. 26. Not enough. 27. Yes, we need 27 beacons around. Right, let's remove this part maybe for now. I'd like to copy this block, flip it vertically, and let's try to find a good spot for everything. Where is the right? The highest input is there. So we want that's not good. Flipped it. We will paste it here. And again, paste it. Nice. Now this part, we will move it a little bit to the right. This will go up. This part will be inject there. This one will go this side, and it will kind of be connected there. Nice. I like it, I think. Now, what do we need to do next? We need to add a connection between them. And wait, do we have just one? Interesting. Well, seems to be the case. Let's that is very strange. Let's grab it, place here, and we'll place here. We probably need to have a substation over there. Good. So with that, we should have the connections. The power connections will be there, and now the only, I guess, thing left to do is to turn this on. I'd like to do that. I'd like to have them turned on. These are requesters, so we should this enable requester, both of them are turned on, and this one is also I want to enable requester. Good. Right, turned on. The question is why the property of whether it was a requester or not wasn't copied correctly. Okay, this requester. I need to double check all this now. This is requester. That is good. And what about this one? This is requester. It's good. And this one, requester. This one is requester. Very strange. Very strange stuff. Let's go here and see what we have. We are getting something. We don't have stereotype. That's unfortunate. This thing, Bobmonium. Why we are not getting Bobmonium? It's not quite clear to me. Why we are not getting it. Okay, we got. Oh, I never turned it on. My bad. We gotta turn this thing on. Now the trains will be a little bit late. Maybe I should also start turning this thing on, because why would we not do that? Right, one. Okay, good. Nice. Now, what are we trying to do here? Let's see. We are trying to get 29. What was it again? 27. That's our goal. I want to get 27. And I feel like we need to keep this tone. This 28. Okay, that's great. So if I copy this part, maybe like cut it, maybe even, and paste the thing right here. Is this the correct place for it to be? Let's see. I mean, right, how do you do this? I could place if I bring this one here. That's not good. Or is it? Not enough. No, I don't like this. Interesting. We could bring this whole part a little bit up, and this whole part a little bit up. And I lost I lost my build. That's bad, but it's recoverable. It is okay. Right, we want this thing basically to be placed right here, and this stuff can be dragged like that. Right? And now, if we look at this spot, we have 28. That's good. If we copy this, paste it here, we can do something like this. We can have this to be in the inputs. Right, we probably have a very similar setup on that side, like that. So this two could be inputs. This one, we will basically want to drag it up, right? You don't have to be doing it here. We could be doing it on this side. We could drag it up here. And this one, in a very similar fashion, it could go directly there. So we don't need this part. We could just bring them over there. This is input. This is not output. This is input. We could have input coming from here. Okay, we could have input coming from here. And just have stuff work like this, right? I feel like that's the way to go. Maybe that's a bit too much. The actual outputs. You know what? I'm gonna remove them for now. Because the part above will basically be pretty much exact copy of this part below. And yeah, we could have something like this being done here. Let's see. It's looking good. I think so. I'd like to copy this part maybe right up to here. I'd like to flip it vertically. And the hope is that it will fit. Is that true? Nope, it didn't fit. Because... why it didn't fit? That's the question. That... oh, I know why. Right. Because we moved these things closer. Right. We should do that. We should cut this part, move it down, cut this part, move it down, like this. And now, if you copy this block and paste it, it should fit really well. Nice. Nice. That is basically the idea. We are unfortunately short on stereotype, and we have not figured out what we are gonna do with we haven't figured out what exactly we are gonna do with this million drums, because the idea is that we'll need to recharge them. The recharging of the drums. So wait, this is a problem. This is a problem. How many do we need? We need 27. So the problem is that the outputs, we have the same amount of output as the input. So we have to use this stuff for the output, basically. But that I didn't really want to do. I didn't want to do that, but we have to. We don't have a choice. And now the question is how exactly... wait, what do we want here? We want speed modules. question is, oh, right, it's okay. They will be placed and we'll fix them. How are we gonna be delivering $1 million to them? And I have a feeling if we remove this part, it will affect both of them. We cannot afford this. So we can only remove... Don't have room for that. Okay. No, not okay. Let's calculate again. This things are numbers between the two blocks. So if we divide this by 6, so let's say 592 divided by 6, it's 98. Yes, it's more than one belt. Let's do it differently. Let's divide 198 by 6. It's 33. So we are talking about loading 33 drums into here and then extracting 32 drums out of it. And I feel like it's doable. I feel like it's doable to do with inserters. You can have two belts, one going down, another one going up, and we can have like some kind of recharging station like here and here that is going to rely on this lubricant. Right, the name of this thing. Oh, we're calling it like that. Simple name, refining. Really calling it refining? I mean, maybe that's a better name, to be honest. Yeah, it kinda sounds better, to be honest. I think I want to rename the stations, but yeah, before we get too distracted, let's see. If we have 30 here, is this gonna be enough? Well, it is not enough. We need more than this. That is slightly unfortunate. So if one assembly machine is not enough, how much do we need for two? Actually, we might make it work with 40, maybe. 1. Speed. Oh, 1 cycle per tick. And there is no prod modules. Okay, we cannot really make this part better. We'll have to like 20. We have 20. Beacons still works. What about 15? Is it gonna be enough? So for 15 it's still gonna be fine. 12? No. Let's say we need 14, something like that. Maybe even 13. Right, we need 13 beacons around this $1 million. So what this means? This means the following. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like 10. And we need more than that. We need more than 10. Probably wouldn't mind putting it. Oh. Let's see. I mean, it doesn't matter what I do here, to be honest, because like whatever I do, it's I feel like it's gonna work just fine. We'll have something like this. Just the process, how we are, you know, handling. Since we'll have to use assembly machine, like a different assembly machine for now, we can do that. Right, it's gonna be a little bit worse, but who cares? I mean, we do care, but it's fine. It's not a huge issue. And then we would need to drag this as an input. So this will be the input going down here. And from here we'll have an output. And I kind of planned it so that it... Oh, right. Let's change the spot. We'll change this up a little bit. Right. So we cannot rely on inserters here because here we have too much things happening. Let's move this away. And we basically got crushed CUPRIC mixture. We got crushed CUPRIC mixture. Yeah, I would say we got it. We basically have it. The question is, how do we convert it into CUPRIC powder? That is the real question here. Okay, paste on this thing here. And we seem to need maybe like power pole substation here. It's gonna be enough? Probably. Question is, how do we organize this part? What can we even do about that? Let's think. We can... oh, I know. We can line them up differently. Okay, I have a great idea. We can line them up like this. We basically have the following. We could have a splitter and the thing. Here we'll have a splitter. Where is a splitter? There is our splitter. We could bring it like this. And then we could have the thing working like this. Just look at that. Isn't it awesome? I think this is awesome. Yeah, the question is, how many speed models do we have here? So this one has basically all of this around. That's 18. We need how many? We require to have 13. And this one has basically 9. That's not exactly what we had in mind. That is not exactly what we had in mind. But that's not a huge problem. Because what we can do, we can use the same approach. But we just turn it to the side. Right, let's see. If we do exactly exactly the same thing, except this is actually going in the opposite direction. This is input, this is output, this is input, no, wait, this is input. I'm confused. Used million-drum, regular million-drum. When we are producing million-drum, we're producing a regular one. So this I used million drums. They're going into this thing. This is good million drum. It's coming back from there. We're placing the thing into the requester chest to be able to start up the process. And we set up it like this, right? So now, what do we have? We have this part. We have 10, 12 actually beacons here, and I would assume we have 12 from here to here, again 12, and we need only 13, right? So it's basically a simple, just adding one beacon here. Let me double check that it's indeed 13. Yeah, so that's it. That is it. We don't need anything more than that. We can connect things right here, like this. Well, we do need a lot. We need 1.9 thousand. So maybe it's better to do it differently. Maybe it is better to push the things from the sides here. Oh, look at that. Can we really do that? Oh, this is awesome. Just look at this. You can feed it here, and this one can be fed from that side, like this. So now we should have absolutely no issues with this block. Well, except for getting, what do we need here? Lubricant, right? Except for getting lubricant, we shouldn't really have any problems here. We would need to, let's think. We would need to set request for million drums. Million drums. I don't know, 200? 200 sounds good. We are fine with requesting from buffer chest. Should we do that? I don't think we care enough about that, because it's just an initialization. And here we require million drums. Right, and we'll obviously need to do something about that, like set line of like 2 inserters here, 2 inserters here, 2 inserters here, 2 inserters here, just like loading. Maybe some other way. What is the best way to move things from here to here? I think inserter here might be the best for that, right? For moving between these two, and for moving between these two. How do we do it? Maybe here. Maybe this inserter could be handling this part. Yeah, probably. I mean, in any case, it's doable. We can definitely figure something out here. It shouldn't really be a problem. So this will be like fast inserters, and we could also maybe add some slow inserters to put stuff on the other side of the belt or something, in case it's not, like it never gets stuck. How much stuff do we actually need to deliver here on each belt? Okay. Wait, that's a lot. I miscalculated, right? 1 belt is not enough. Oh. 1 belt is definitely not enough here. I will probably move this thing somewhere here. Or you know, we could keep this part here. We just need to bring the belts differently. Right, we will need... it also means that I don't really want to have this thing here anymore. Let's remove this real quick. Let's connect, yes, because we need 2.7 belts. We have only 1 belt here now and 1 belt will be here now, so it's not gonna be enough for what we need. I need to think about it. The good news is that we got this thing, crushed CUPRIC mixture. We have it here. We should also have it on the other side here. We got a lot of crushed CUPRIC mixture. And what I'd like to do, and we'll need to, let me take a look at this part. We will need to sort it with broad modules, obviously. If you go for 40, how many of this do we need? We need 1.2, that's great. If you go for 30, 1.6. That is awesome, because 30 beacons around sorting machine should be very, very easy to achieve. Like, look at this. We have 40 here, with 4 inputs, 4 outputs. And yeah, we'll basically have pretty much exactly the same thing here. We have some inputs, I guess at least 3. How many inputs do we need for this, actually? We need 3. Basically, yes. Basically, we need exactly 3. No, we need 4.2. 3 inputs is the amount of stuff that will be 3 outputs. Well, the amount of outputs is actually like 3.8 plus 1.9 is basically 4 plus 2. It's 6 outputs and 5 inputs split between 2 of these facilities. So it's split between 2. That means that from 1 we'll have 3 outputs and 3 inputs, which means that this design is gonna work just fine. We could even paste it here somewhere, just so that we are aware that that's kind of what we probably want to be doing, right? 3 inputs, 3 outputs. Well, we have 4 outputs, we'll limit it to 3, I guess. The inputs 4.2. If I limit it only to 1 of each of these belts, it means that the part that is allowed to go further, so the part that is allowed to go further, here we want 308 to use for this, out of 480, so that's good. That means that the remaining 172 will definitely fit on the 3 belts. Okay, that's great. That's a really, really good thing. I would like to take a break here. At this point, we got this thing, crushed CUPRIC mixture. And I think that's enough for now, because the problem is that we don't have lubricant in the quantities that we need. We'll need to, what I'm thinking, we'll need to like landfill this part and build like some kind of lubricant production over there. And maybe also base mineral oil production, because we kind of need base mineral oil for these processes. Well, not for this specific one, but for this process we need this base mineral oil to work with coolants. So let's maybe do that at some point later. And for now, let's take a break. Thank you for watching the episode and following the series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers!